Okay, HSC Reference Sheet Part 4. Let's continue. First one is Combinatories. So this belongs to Extension 1 course. So yellow highlight. So NPR and NCR is talking about number of way of select R element from N element. So what's the difference? So the difference is first one, NPR is when you select them, you also order them. So order is important. And NCR is when you select them, order is not important, which means you just select them as a bundle of element. So don't order them. Okay, but both selections in here, when using NPR and NCR, the element you select cannot be repeat select. So what if you can repeat select? If repeat is allowed. Then, and also order is important. Then what is the number of way? Is actually not P, not C, is N to the power of R. So that's first one. And then the second one I'm going to write here for you is binomial expansion. Formula is pretty simple. I'm just going to write in one important formula here is lots of time we actually do 1 plus x to the power of n. The expansion it will be nc0, nc1, x, nc2, x squared, nck, xk, and the last one, ncn, xn. Okay, we move on. The next section is vectors. Vector is also belongs to extension 1 course, so yellow. First one is talking about magnitude, pretty simple, and the second one dot product. Two different ways to do dot product. When using the first way, we need a theta, so you just need to be aware where is the theta is. Sometimes students get wrong of where is the theta is, then your answer will be wrong. So just make sure you know the two vectors u and v in this way, and the theta is here. Both vector has to be in the same direction like this. Then this is your theta. Okay, with the dot product, we also have some other important results here is, I'm going to write this down for you. So if the two vectors are perpendicular, then the dot product will be 0. And if the two vectors are parallel, then the dot product will be just the magnitude multiplied. And if you dot product itself, then it will become magnitude squared. Okay, that's important results for dot product. And the last one is the equation of line in vector form. So this one is actually belongs to extension 2 course. So I'm highlighting in blue. Okay, we move on. The next section is complex number, also extension 2 course. They give you the 3 different form of the complex number. So I'm going to just write in one important formula for the relation between the complex number and the trigonometry. So it would be, so cos n theta would be equals to zn plus z negative n over 2. Also can be e to the power of in theta plus e to the power of negative in theta over 2. So that's for cos. Because similarly for sine n theta, it will be equal to zn minus z negative n over 2i. Don't forget your I. Same for the exponential form, minus over 2i. So these are the important formula right here, which is for your reference. Okay, and move on. The last section is mechanics. Mechanics is also belongs to extension 2, so highlight in blue. So the first one is talking about acceleration. So acceleration in 3 different formats. So you just need to know when you're using the first one, when you second one, and when do you using the last one. So I'm going to give you the condition for you in the first one, second one, last one. So first one, if I highlight in red, so when do you using this is when your acceleration is a function of time. You're using that. And the second one, if I highlight this in green, when do we using this is when we have acceleration is a function of v. And the last one, so I'm going to highlight it in yellow. This one is when we have acceleration is a function of x. So different scenario, we're using different formula. That's the first thing. Second part of the formula is talking about simple harmonic motion. We have prenumeral A, N, and C and alpha there. So I'm going to give you some explanation what is this prenumeral means for each one. So first one, the C. C is the center of the simple harmonic motion. Simple harmonic has centers, so C represents center. And what's A? A is the amplitude of the motion. And what is your N? N, we're using the N to find the period of the motion, which is equal to 2 pi over N. Okay, and what is the alpha? So I'm going to give you the scenario when alpha equal to 0. So when alpha equal to 0, you will have x equal to a cos n theta. So this means the motion starting from A. When t equals to 0, your displacement is A. So starting from A. And when the x equals to a sine n theta, also when alpha equal to 0. So two scenarios here. That means initially when t equal to 0, you are at the center of the motions. X equals to c. Yeah, both we have c here. I'm going to write here. Here. Okay, and another important result here I'm going to write in here is sometimes they ask you maximum speed. We also can using the N and A to find the maximum speed, and ask you maximum acceleration. That equals to N square A. So very handy formula here for you to using for simple harmonic motions.